Hi everyone. Before starting this video, I want to give you a quick background on what was the issue with the car and what I needed to do to fix it. So anyways, I have a 2002 Volvo V70 cross country where one day when my brother was in the passenger seat, when he pushed the seat all the way back, it no longer operated properly. In fact, only one side was moving forwards and backward. The other side was just standing still. And when I did some investigation and I found out that I had a fairly big object behind the seat or underneath the seat that caused this problem. So I needed to remove the seat to figure out what was going on. And in this video, I'm going to go through some of the steps I took to remove the seat and troubleshoot it. Essentially, two things had happened that caused this phenomenon. One was that there is an axle, you'll see in the video, that was disconnected on one side. It's a flexible not axle, but a shaft that actually comes out on both ends. But in this particular case, one side was, it popped out of one of the sides. The second thing is an electrical connector that came undone. So essentially, when the seat went back, it caused these items to come undone. Thank God. That was the extent of the issue. But I'm going to show you how you can remove the seat, again, for better visibility in troubleshooting and figuring out what's going on with your seat. Hope it's helpful. Take care. So this is a video if you're trying to remove the front passenger seat of a Volvo Cross Country. This is a 2002. And if you can see, there's a bolt that goes to the right. I don't know what you call that. This is the bolt that goes to the right, and the left rail in the front. And if you go to the back of the car, or actually the back seat, you come down here, there's two more bolts to remove the seat. And I just want to show you what this piece looks like. This piece has a little tab. That way when you remove this cover, you just sort of pull it back. Just want you to see this because oftentimes, not knowing what's back there, you're bound to break this plastic piece. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like underneath the seat, the electronics that you got to disconnect and how to disconnect it. You want to remove this connector. It's really easy. I just want to show you. On one side you've got tabs that run along this groove, but on this side you can see, whoops, what am I showing? Here we go. Is a little tab that comes off. You just got to pull on this piece. You can kind of get a sense for what that does. But anyways, as you do that, you notice this piece goes back and forth. That's what basically keeps this connector in place. And once you have that, it's just a matter of pulling it out. And it comes right out, and putting it back is just reverse. One of the things I want to show you is that one of the problems I was having with this seat was that only one side of the seat would go forward and backwards. And that was due to the fact that I had a pretty big piece, a pretty big item behind my seat. And when the seat was pushed backwards all the way, it disconnected this shaft from the motor right here. And so I was getting only one side of the seat moving. So when I took the chair apart, I was able to see that this part had come undone. So it's really easy. You just put it back in. Just kind of have to finagle it and make sure that this cover goes back on properly. The other piece to this puzzle was back here, there's a connector behind this motor. That too also got disconnected when the seat was pushed back so far and it hit an object that was behind the seat. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, there's the connector right there. That connector also came undone, so you of course want to make sure that connector goes back in and make sure there's no wires loose spark connectors dangling. Otherwise, it's a pretty easy fix if that's what you're experiencing. It goes without saying, though if you're not aware of it, these bolts do have red Loctite. So when you do go back to replace them, you're going to want to put some red Loctite on these so that these bolts don't come undone afterwards. You will probably want to take a look and find out the exact torque spec on these. I don't have it at the moment, but I'm sure you can find it online.